No. Hello.
Hello?
And we've
Scared.
peaked the sound already.
Very
Listen.
scared.
You gotta keep them on their toes.
Jesus.
Yes.
I'm so scared.
As he should be. As we were discussing off stream, how long do Fennec foxes live?
About 11 years.
Yeah.
We've decided that Emmy is 10.
I don't like
It's been about 2.5 months since the campaign started. We'll throw in the variable X as a representation of how long it was since Emmy's last birthday before the campaign started. So she has 12 minus 2.5 plus X years left.
I see.
I would like a second opinion, please.
Well,
Do we need to take you to a vet?
Maybe. That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
I have a request for a magical item. It's just
Is it the gravity rock?
Oh yes, the gravity rock. The gravity rock is fantastic. See, what you do with the gravity rock is you drop it, and if it falls, then gravity is working. But
It's all fun and games until the player drops the rock and it actually floats.
Yeah. Then you know it's a dream. But so I would like a pocket watch or like a watch that you can put around Emmy's neck and it just counts down the timer.
A countdown timer to her death.
Oh.
You
Dare
see
you.
my face.
It hits 0 and like it's like the ball dropping on New Year's Eve. There's just like a shower of confetti.
Prestidigitation fireworks.
Yeah, exactly.
Every different decision that Emmy makes, it either goes up a minute or down.
Oh my god. What a wonderful idea for a DM, though. It's like there's a clock on you, and then they do something. Oh, it went down. Wait, what?
Yeah.
And then they do something else random, or at least to them random. Oh, look, the clock actually went up a bit. Okay, what the hell? And like you as the DM.
Dishwasher.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
your
you-
clock goes up 5 minutes.
No, like you as the DM know exactly what's going on, but no one else does. That would be amazing, actually.
Yeah, dude.
Emmy walks over to Mars. Hey Mars, can I? Oh, your clock just went down 10 minutes.
What?
Actually, can you imagine? I'll take
Walks
first
away.
shift.
Oh, it went up too.
I'll take first shift for guard duty tonight. Drops down to an hour left.
Oh man. No, I won't take first shift.
Bing! Right back up. Uh-oh.
Hilarious.
Emmy's just
What a
debating
terrifying mechanic.
Yeah! Oh my god. Anyways, welcome!
Welcome.
Yes, hello everyone.
Welcome
Oh.
back, shall we?
Welcome to the rest of my life.
Oh shit, I should tweet. Fuck.
Also, send out a notif in the
I'll do it.
art.
We are so organized, guys. We fucking got this. We are on top
Listen,
of it.
I wanted to gaslight Emmy, okay? Don't judge me.
Our priorities are
Damn.
straight here.
Right.
Keep gaslight girl boss.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh,
Oh,
I forgot Emmy had a rubber ducky.
yeah.
Mhm.
While Mars is discovering rubber duckies, does anyone want to recap? If anyone remembers.
It's okay. I have notes.
Oh, of
Yay!
course.
The secret notes of JB. Let's go.
Session 34. Emmy and Gaius talk. Alcohol is referred to as goofy juice. BB Gun gets introduced to Tangletooth, which remarkably results in no deaths. The group heads to the Orium. The Orium burned down the mansion LMAO. Catch me advocating for arson next time. The group heads to Heda. I get a language unlock. A new guy comes out of Gaius, ? Talks to Holly, gets grilled by Emmy. Mars is unaware of all of this. Cry is the new guy, bonus edgelord points. Occupies Gaius's body. occasionally takes control. Everyone gets a turn talking to Cry. He seems weird, but okay. Emmy is not convinced. Holly, JB, and Rhea all go hunting. Turns into a therapy session. Rhea says Holly acts like the group's problems are hers alone to solve. Holly says she'll try to be more group-minded. Holly does not want to tell Mars about her feelings because they're irrelevant while the thief is with her. JB disagrees. Holly says she will tell Mars about her feelings or she can get to talk to Mars alone. Rhea will, quote-unquote, make a call. Cry roasts Gaius in front of Rhea and evidently has little freedom with Gaius. End notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You can go ahead and take some inspo if you don't got any. Or you can pass it on to someone else.
I will pass that shit on. Who doesn't have it?
For once, I don't.
Take that shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Worth noting, the Orium didn't burn down the mansion. They just
the mold.
They just burned the mold.
Okay, I like to think that the mansion was like a casualty.
Mm,
Let me have
you-
this.
If it was up to me, I would have burned the mold and then sent the entire mansion into the ocean.
I mean,
Why
could have
not?
been you, but
Hey, the group wanted to do some nice, chill, have somebody else do it. It's good. It's cool.
Mhm.
Out of curiosity, I should just ask for the sake of the stream. Can you guys hear any like mouse clicking or wind blowing or anything like that?
Yeah, same on my end.
No.
No.
Okay, good.
Mm-mm.
Once Laura said that if you said yes, I was going to blame it on her, but you said no.
Because it's coming from Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's totally coming from Laura.
I'm sorry.
Are you really?
No.
Okay, I had a feeling.
Look, somebody's got to take notes.
Well, yeah.
Right. So, the finality of the last session was Cry walking back to the group that was cooking up dinner. Y'all would eat. And I think we covered pretty much everything that needed to be done before making our final head over to Heda.
Yeah. So do I get to roll a couple of times on the brewing stuff? Because I don't think I've rolled since we're heading back to Heda.
Is this to learn it or
Yeah.
trying to make things?
Trying to learn it.
So go ahead and roll 4 times for me.
4 times? Okay. It would be intelligence, right?
Mhm.
Bop. 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 Okay.
Okay, you can.
Maybe.
Yay! 7 successes. Boo.
Almost. Almost there.
Almost. Okay. I think I'm good then.
Mhm. I just need to pull up a thing. So excited for you guys to get here.
Well, now I'm less excited. Anytime you're
Yeah.
excited, I'm scared.
Well, because the past, 10 sessions have been side adventure.
Mm-hmm. Nope, I agree with you. And it was really fun side adventure. I'm just pointing back to history of anytime you said you're excited generally means someone's in trouble.
You guys are always in trouble.
I mean, like.
And you think that would desensitize us, but
Think we'd learn better?
right?
You'd think. However,
We don't think, and that's the problem.
exactly.
I knew I forgot something.
All right. You all finally hit the last stretch, approaching on Heda. And you're able to see the city in all of its entirety, sprawling slate rooftops and marble avenues that stretch from the foundations. You are able to see in the distance a ruined stone bridge of impossible size. You see a sheer cliff that rises just above this lake here and cuts through the heart, dividing Heda into two major sections: the summit and the shore below. So, you've finally arrived. What do you plan to do first?
Emmy on Mars's shoulder. We finally arrived.
Couple of seconds. What was that?
I was commenting on how long the journey took.
Oh. Oh, we're here!
Mars,
Yes?
are you okay?
Yes. Just a little scattered. It's fine.
Your normal seems to be scattered nowadays. Or maybe I'm just haven't noticed yet.
She like starts to say something and then stops and then just kind of like nods her head this way and that, like, yeah.
I see. Then never mind. So,
Oh.
Really, what do we want to do?
Are we not supposed to? There's a specific city here, right?
Yeah,
Out of characters that we need to.
We're in the city.
we're in the city.
Oh, we are
Heda.
in the city.
Heda is
Oh,
the city.
okay.
It's the city.
I-
Damaris is the country.
Yeah.
I thought
mean,
we were okay.
If you guys don't mind, we can go to the bounty office and collect that reward.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Sounds like a good place to start. Maybe on the way we can make note of any place that has townhouses.
Yeah?
For any particular reason?
Well, that letter from Alden's place, it mentioned that he should, if he forgot, what was it? She like pulls it out and was said that if you find after your rebirth that you have forgotten, return to your townhouse in Heda. My agents shall contact you there soon. No need to bother the brothers further. So,
Did we find a key on his body?
I mean, that's... It'd be helpful for identification purposes.
No,
To
you didn't get a key off of his body.
he didn't he live in this area? He was person about town.
Perhaps. Maybe we can ask around.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, he was talking about being, I can't remember, with some kind of nobility or something. Wasn't he that the first time we talked to him, Mars? He was talking about being, I mean, he was bragging, so it was probably complete BS, but
He had mentioned that he was a noble of some kind from another city. I can't remember which one he had. Well, let me read a history. Let me roll a history to see if she can actually remember what town he said that he was from. 10.
Yeah, a lot's happened between then and now. It's you're sure that it's at like the tip of your tongue, but oof.
It was just gets stuck on the memory of the dog dying. Oh, his dog died at the goblin attack. Just
yes, that also happened. Maybe we could ask around.
right. So we can go to the looks over at guys the bounty office.
Yeah. I mean, still have this head. Had this head for a while.
We should probably take care of that.
I would like to take care of that, yes.
Yeah.
Out of character, because it has been a while, I'm almost positive that I want to make sure. We have not talked to Gaius about his...
No!
No.
I wanted to make sure. So then in your mind, because like it's probably been days, right?
Yeah.
Mars, in your mind, again, I need to ask, are we not going to confront Gaius about his guest?
Oh. She pauses.
And I will let you know, like, the past several days, Emmy has brought this up over and over, like, he should know. There's a thing living in his mind, but she's not saying anything without, consensus.
Mm-hmm. In Mars's journal, she'll kind of like write in it so only Emmy can read it over her shoulder. She'll write out, "We'll talk to him when we have a place to stay. That way it's away from others."
She'll read it, and then in your mind, yes, a shelter, a safe environment, probably wise.
She just closes the book. So yes. Do we know where this bounty office place is?
Jim, can I roll a history?
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Okay. So you don't know exacts. However, let me see. You recall having traveled through Heda before, and you know that the summit is more of the wealthier location, and the shore is more of the working class and the poorer. So where you'd want to go would probably be more towards an area called... Where is it? Beacon's Point in the shore.
Okay.
It's where a lot of offices are held over towards the docks.
Ah, makes sense. That's cool. Alright. Then he's going to shrug and go, probably around this way? That's where most of the offices and, like, companies are.
Alright. So we've just entered the city area, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So then we're going to be proceeding on foot rather than with the cart, or is the cart coming with us?
Yeah.
I mean, the cart is technically, pages, but
Yeah.
I think what she's saying is we own Paige now.
Essentially.
Oh!
Pretty
For
sure that's what she said. Yeah.
Dang.
not even close to what I was saying. But alrighty then.
She has agreed to travel with you guys, so she will take your lead on this.
The city is fairly big, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So
gigantic.
it's safe to say that this is the biggest city that Mars has been in.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Probably about. Ooh, actually, I can give you actual numbers. I think.
Oh, sexy. Give me them statistics.
Is. There it is. Yeah, so if you remember back home, the city that you were from, the main city, had about 3,000 people. This one houses roughly 16,400.
So, kind of nervously looks around at literally anyone else, aside from maybe Emmy. So, is it safe to leave the car? Or should we be bring it? It seems a bit crowded in there. That's a lot of buildings.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's up to Paige because it's her cart. But I mean, that's also where the offices are and the commerce is. So maybe she might want to set up shop. He's gonna shrug.
Well, that's actually a good idea. Yes, that way, Paige, you haven't really been able to sell many of your wares since you've been traveling.
No, I have. You think that would be a good spot?
Yeah, I think so. You might have to check things out, see if there's any kind of like taxes you have to pay for setting up or anything like that, but yeah.
Fees,
Yeah.
licenses.
Yeah.
Mars was frowning, and now she's frowning more, kind of glancing between Gaius and Holly, like, what?
Bureaucracy.
That might actually be really helpful if she has to apply for a business license, because if the Foxglove family lived here, that's where they went. The Aldern and his sister, so maybe that family has been well established, and I'm sure they have businesses, and so talking with the official people in the city might be very helpful for giving us information about the family.
That might be a good idea, yeah. Nice job.
Long pause, and then eventually, right. Okay.
What about that did you not understand, Mars?
Damn.
Why would you need a license to sell things?
Because it's a city. Cities have bureaucracy. People make sure that they get paid for you setting up on their property. Even if it's public property, it's the city property. So you have to make sure that you don't piss off any nobles. Because they take it personally. Yes. Basically. It's a tithe that you don't pay monthly. It's more like part of
more like a bribe to the city.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like, hey,
Oh.
here's some money that I made if you let me, sell some things, even though I'm an outsider and I don't live here. That kind of thing.
So only people from outside the city have to get business license to sell inside the city.
No, but
No,
there would be a
more-
discount usually.
They want to make sure you have money so that you can make money, because apparently you need money to start with.
Yeah.
But-
Maybe I should use a different example. Okay.
As we're like slowly making our way through the
Yeah.
city, everyone's just trying to explain taxes to this dumbass.
Okay, so Mars, have you ever had a house?
Yes.
So-
Well, technically,
Mars,
I lived.
I don't need to know.
Yes. Immediately shuts up.
Life story.
I'm sorry if that was savage. He's trying to get to a point. So imagine.
That was the fastest way to do it, man.
Imagine you have a house and then somebody goes, "Hey, this is a nice yard. Can I put a drink stand here? So I'll sell things on your yard."
But why would they do that in front of another? Well, no, actually, that would make sense because the storefront is right there, and you'd be able to reach more people with that.
Exactly. It just
Uh-huh.
because of location. So it's a great location. They set up in your yard, and so by thanking you for doing this, they give you some money for letting them do this. That's basically what this business license is. But instead of in your yard is the city, and you're the people who own and run the city.
She starts to open her mouth and then closes it, and then opens it, and then like closes and puts like kind of steeples her hands in front of her mouth. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Sure. Yes. I suppose that makes sense if you have a larger community
Mhm.
with lots of people coming in and out of it regularly that you don't really have registered or part of your own.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Especially if it's a good place to set up and people are competing for the spots. So the people without licenses get booted out for the people who do.
Well, that seems needlessly cruel.
It's how it is. Welcome to city life.
Oh,
There are a lot of people here.
she just about faces to Paige. We need to get you a license then.
She just nods, sort of looking back and forth between everyone as she gets stuff set up.
Look at this bell curve.
Guys is trying really hard to help. He doesn't know if it's actually working.
I should also note that Emmy is just constantly smelling like the air, which is probably has more scents in it than she's ever had before.
Sensory overload.
And like eventually, you know what? I'm gonna roll a die because this is gonna be just broadcasted to someone at random because she's not really thinking or concentrating. So
Fuck up, nice.
4. Black Cat John Brown. In your mind, you would just hear, "There's so many of them."
JB like looks up, looks around, like very clearly, like what, where, what are you talking about? Like,
Oh no!
yeah.
JB just fireball.
Um, Emmy, Miss Emmy, would you mind, clarifying?
Emmy like looks at you as if realizing for the first time, right? And then in your mind goes, people. I never knew there were this many people.
Oh, honey.
There are, always more people than you think there are going to be.
Like, I'm thinking about it. If you took a fox from the wild and dumped them into a city, they'd be like, there are more humans than I ever thought possible.
Mm-hmm.
We're like 10 max.
Yeah, I thought there was like a few hundred of you.
Yeah, I know that feeling every time I go to a party.
Hey!
More humans than I ever thought possible.
Yep, that's it.
And then after a second, in your mind, Black Cat John Brown, how do they survive? There's not enough prey for them all to hunt.
The effort is cooperative and involves large-scale agriculture, the growth of domesticated plant species.
Emmy thinks about that for a second. I see. That is very impressive and scary.
It is it is quite lovely. They can make the plants make all sorts of shapes.
Oh.
After a bit, you hear in your mind, the animal inside me is frightened by the sheer numbers.
Oh no, go ahead.
But there is a part of me that agrees with you. It is impressive.
I understand it can be very overwhelming if you require quiet. There is no shame in that.
I will find quiet when everyone is safe and settled. Crab, DM. It's crab. Sorry, go ahead, Blue.
No, JB Duck said, as you wish.
Alright. You all take the roads down to Beacon's Point.
Mhm.
There are numerous warehouses that you all pass in the area once you get there. But it's easy enough to find the bounty office, as there are plenty of signs listing where everything is.
Well, let's head in.
Maybe I should stay out here. I'll keep Paige company.
Sure. That's fine. If you guys want to stay out here, that's completely fine. I just want to get this head out of my bag.
It's starting to smell real bad.
Yeah. The magic rose-scented soap only does so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mars will just stay back at the cart.
Because I have neglected to do this previously,
Mm-hmm.
as you all exit the cart, you see that Isabella's cart is still sort of riding up. Everyone roll me a perception.
Okay.
Is this sight only or hearing and smell?
This is. Yeah, it would also be hearing.
Gotcha.
Jesus. Yeah, okay. So, you guys have... Holly and Emmy.
Yep.
As all of you have noted, as previously stated, when you were at the archives, Isabella's cart didn't have horses. Yet as the two of you step out and you see her cart still pulling up, there are 2 horses pulling it. And as it comes to a stop, let me pull this up for you. As it comes to a stop, she says a word. And you note that word to be Arvesh. And the horses disappear.
Yo, that's cool as hell.
The rest of you...
Amy would blink, but she would say nothing.
Yeah. The rest of you do not note the horses as they stop just in time. Planar traveling horses. Nightmares. So yeah, that's all I wanted to get out there for you.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna head in. If anybody else wants to head in too, by all means.
Is anybody else going with you?
I don't think so.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I feel like this is a dad talking to his minivan full of children, and everybody else is like, "No, you can go to the store by yourself. We'll be right
Yeah.
here."
I don't want to go into Home Depot with me.
I'm gonna go inside, get a thing. Anyone wanna come in?
No, it always
No.
smells like sawdust in there, and the key machine is always so loud.
Okay. Don't blame me if I come back with a chainsaw.
Oh, oh
Oh,
god!
chainsaw! I want to go.
Alright.
Said the magic words.
Can you imagine cry with a chainsaw?
I would prefer not to.
That sounds like so much fun.
Just cry.
Rain. Ah, shit. Anyways, we head in.
Great. You go in, and the building is sort of sanctioned off a little bit. There is a half wall about 10 feet from the door that blocks a good portion of the room off. When you enter, there are seats and tables that line the closer walls, almost like a little waiting area or something. And then you note a small line that goes from the open side of this half wall up behind it to a counter where a man seems to be giving out and collecting bounties.
Okay. Well, I'll just hop in line.
Okay. roll me a another perception.
Okay. 13.
Disguise, or can I as well?
Yeah, if you're in there with them.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah. Okay. So you guys hear all sorts of chatter as bounties are being picked up and collected and all of that. There's people that are turning in beholder eye stalks. There's people turning in giant's toes. These are...
Damn.
And they're getting very nice sums back in return. There's Skyrim.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry, that says Skirm.
Yeah. Someone turns in a fusion core.
He's got a Mr. Handybot.
I mean, there's artificers, you never know.
Ollie's trying to find out what the largest bounty is. You know, not anywhere near taking on something like that at this point, but
Yeah.
good to have goals for the future.
Absolutely.
The largest bounty, which is actually fairly obvious now that you're staring it right in the face, quite literally, is this mature white dragon's head
Ah!
that a very large woman drops onto the counter in front of the bounty master. And it's almost as though he's just on autopilot, like, yeah, okay, here's your coin, take that, here's your coin, take that, here's your bounty, whatever. And the loud splattering thud that this creates as he just jumps back away from it. Looks up, has to actually move a good few feet to the opposite side of it to see around. Nods, impressed, and as he puts up several bags of coin onto the counter, you can hear the group chattering excitedly as they leave, as they've just gotten a good 30,000 gold.
Oh!
Wow.
Damn. Quick question. What did that large woman look like? Out of curiosity?
Roll me a history.
Fuck!
No reason. Okay.
God dang it, these rolls!
You
don't know. No, I'm using an inspiration. Fuck this.
Okay. Go for it.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. Alright. She's fairly tall, a good about 6'5"-ish. Heavily muscular. And she has this faint red hair that's pulled back into just a single braid. And you note as you're looking at her how her facial features and everything are constructed. You think that she's part of a group of barbarians that live out in Yari.
Okay.
They're called the Regheads.
The Regheads.
Reged.
Okay. Interesting.
There is an H, but it's silent.
Interesting. Cool. Cool. Now we know not to fuck with them. Yep. Cool.
I bet there's a story behind that white dragon. She's leaving. I'd love to hear it one day, maybe later. Buy you a drink for it. For the story.
Do they just keep walking?
Roll.
What did you want me to roll?
Roll me a roll me a persuasion.
Oh my god.
Oh, so yeah, you catch her ear just as the group's about to walk out completely. And she turns to see who was talking, spots you, gives you a once-over, and sort of pats her arm out to her buddies like, hey, hold on a second. And then leads them over towards you.
Yeah, I love to hear interesting stories, and I'm sure with that mature white dragon was... there's definitely a story behind that. And, I mean, who doesn't like to talk about their amazing accomplishments? Especially when they're getting drinks paid for.
Right, guys? Right, guys?
I'm just getting over the fact that she got this.
Right?
You over here making up a story now. They all are again chattering in excitement, like, yeah, we're gonna get free drinks. Alright. I suppose so, if you are paying.
Do you know of a good tavern? Or place? It's pretty early on in the day, but I'm sure lots of people would love to hear this great story. And we're new to the area, of course, so I wouldn't even know a good place to meet up.
She shakes her head. Only here for bounty.
Okay. Right? We can... maybe a lunch? I don't know, it's that late in the day.
Only lunch. You promised us drinks.
We can have... nobody said that... Sorry. You don't look like you're busy. There's... who would object to a drinking lunch? I mean, unless you're going out right now to collect another bounty, then of course I could absolutely understand. You wouldn't want to drink and try to kill things. That's never a good idea.
Is it not?
Well, you usually want to drink after you kill the things, so then the lunch would be bad. You would want to do like a late night snack.
But then it makes the hunt more challenging.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, I mean, I just have not reached that expert level. I mean, I know where to stick the pointy end, but I kind of trip up over my own footwork sometimes. Which is really bad, because I'm supposed to be the most dexterous. I'm not strong.
We'll work on that. So, is there a place you guys want to meet up to have lunch and alcohol?
They just stare at you because she had already said that they have no idea what's here.
You know
They're
what?
just
I
here
bet
for
the
the
guy
bounty.
at the counter. You know, I've always believed in asking recommendations for the people that work in the area because the locals always have the best recommendations.
Yeah. We gotta turn in the guy's head. So, after we do that, why don't we just meet you outside and we'll figure something out? How's that sound?
Okay.
Okay. Great.
So there are like how many other people in front of us?
Until you get to the counter,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you get 4 or 5.
Okay, not too bad. It's not like 10.
Mm-hmm. And it goes fairly quickly.
Just standing there awkwardly.
Yeah. The group of barbarians just staring at us the whole time.
Right.
Alcohol. Free drinks, free food.
Alcohol?
Alcohol? Mine?
Mine? Like I said, it goes fairly quickly. Someone will set their bounty on the counter. The bounty master will quickly write something in a ledger, hand over the coin, take the bounty into the back, come back out, hand the next person their bounty, send them away, and so on, until eventually it's your guys' turn.
Guys is gonna go up to the desk and say, "Hey, I'm here to collect a bounty." And he's gonna take out a bundle from his backpack and thump it on the table.
Ooh. Well, that's gonna smell really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy's name was one second as I'm Shaz Redshift Bilger. I recognized him. And here's his head. He's gonna unwrap the thing. Kinda took a bit to get here though, unfortunately.
The man plugs his nose as he takes a small ruler and sort of uses it to push the head around a little bit and examine it. 'Cause he's sure as fuck not touching that thing.
Mm-hmm. You want me to touch it? I'll touch it.
It's fine. You got Red Shiv.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been giving us difficulties for a while now.
Yeah.
About a decade or so.
Yeah. I seem to remember that.
Alright. And he flips back a bunch of pages and finds the bounty for Red Shiv.
Mm-hmm.
Crosses it off. Wraps. Goes in the back. Comes back with like a sack. Awkwardly dumps the head into it. Brings it back to the back. And returns and sets 3 bags up on the counter. Alright. Reward for Red Shiv is 500 gold.
Fantastic, thank you.
Would kind sir, you work in the area, you're a local. Would you have any recommendations on where we should go spend this fine gold to benefit your community on a nice, get back for lunch?
Food and drink, yeah.
Yes.
We're not from around here.
And the locals know where the best places to go are.
Where's the nearest bar? Or the best
Good bar,
bar?
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could head over to the infamous Hag. You go back down the street here, It's actually going to be almost on the way to Keystone. Can't miss it.
Keystone? What's Keystone?
Keystone's another one of the districts here. You're in Beacon's Point right now.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's helpful.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. Have a nice day. And he's gonna take the bags and start heading towards the front door.
You go out. There are a group of 4 who quickly turn to see who's coming out the door, notice you two and are now completely at attention. Alcohol? Alcohol?
All right. So there is a place that we found. We're gonna be going this way towards the other side of town a little bit, but we'll find it. So why don't we head that way?
Motion for you to lead the way.
Yeah. He's gonna go over to the rest of the group and go, "Hey, we found some barbarians. They're gonna tell us some stories. So we're going to go to a tavern that way. You guys want to come with us? Great. If you guys don't want to," he's gonna shrug.
Hey, God.
Yes.
So this whole time, Mars has just kind of been fixing a little baby cradle sling thing out of the red scarf, so that BB can just kind of be in a little like hammock, on in front of Mars. God, why is word so hard? Why is word so hard? So you said that the tall lady had markings specific to the tribe?
No markings. It's just her features and all.
Her features. Got it. So would it be like a perception or an insight, or like what would it be for Mars to recognize that? History? Oh, good.
Yeah, she seemed fairly familiar looking.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the sense that you've seen this woman before, but she sure does look like somebody's wife.
How odd and random.
Mm-hmm.
Completely, yeah, totally.
Like a specific woman's wife, or she can't quite put her finger on it?
Oh, she absolutely looks like Ilva.
Okay, cool. So Mars looks up from like gently adjusting BB in their new little baby hammock, and then looks over at the tall lady and blinks, and there's a moment of like, you can hear the gears just moving in her head, and then there's a light bulb, and then just this look of pain.
You would hear in your mind, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, she pauses and tries to lower her voice a little. You remember, the little boy back in Katsu, who always wanted to play with you?
I remember.
I believe that woman is related to his mother.
Emmy will look at them. I see. Should we introduce ourselves?
Probably. That seems like a good idea, yes.
You seem hesitant.
It's not really things I want to relive, but...
It is not your fault. There should be no blame placed towards you by her.
Oh!
It's not your fault.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. You know, as soon as you say that, she thinks that's a fucking lie. She 100% blames herself, but you see her just slowly steel herself and try and put on a smile.
Right.
And
Go ahead.
starts walking over to the other group.
As you're walking over, you hear in your mind, interesting. You and I should talk later, Mars.
There's a pause, kind of falters on
And
the
she'll
step.
actually like nuzzle your neck comfortingly.
Mars gives Emmy a scritch and will go over. Gaius, Holly, these are new friends of yours? Or old friends?
Oh yeah, we met them inside. They killed a white dragon. And a don't white dragon.
Oh.
Mature white dragon, yeah.
Yeah. So, Holly offered to get them...
I just had to learn the story behind it. I mean, something like that's gotta, like, epic proportions, and that story just needs to be told.
What Holly said.
And I offered to pay for their drinks in exchange.
I see. Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. My name is Mars, and she looks directly at the tall lady and holds out a hand.
Again, glances you over, holds out her hand.
Gives a small shake.
You give a small shake as she has a very strong grasp as she holds your hand. And gives you a very firm handshake.
She starts to say something and pauses and will take her hand back and look back at Gaius and Holly. So you've found a place for lunch then? Shall we head that way?
Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
Excellent.
To the infamous hag.
Yes, to the infamous hag!
And
Oh, is JB coming too, or?
Yeah, they're following along. They haven't said anything, but yes, they're there.
Okay, cool. Then let's go! And while we're going, he's going to, be shuffling around coins between the, Actually, no, he won't. He'll just keep the 3 pouches in his backpack. He'll deal with that when he gets to the inn.
As you all start to walk towards the tavern, you hear... Hold on. We're drinking?
Yeah!
Okay, hold on. As Isabella vaults herself out of the driver's carriage.
I'm guessing you want to come too.
Oh, if Astani always wishes to drink.
it's a networking lunch.
As
Yeah.
long as they have wine.
Are we going fishing?
Sounds fantastic, yeah. Fishing? Why would we go fishing?
We're
Not that kind of networking. But good.
Networking.
Mars, you're not making any sense.
We will be building business connections during this lunch.
And
Oh.
oh my goodness.
Oh, networking! Okay.
Like a solid minute later, he's like, "Oh, I didn't get that."
No.
As Isabella joins you, her raven flies off. Everyone's free to roll me another perception.
Alright.
Advantage or no?
No, this would be sight.
Curse you for making me be normal.
Sucks to suck.
Perception. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, everyone but Mars and JB, you note that the Raven seems to take off in the direction, of Keystone.
Like, the Raven knows where we're going without us having to say it, or just...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, that was Holly thinking out loud. So, the infamous hag, it's gotta be around here somewhere. Sure, I could see a sign for it.
Gaius,
Hmm?
Mars is like completely fucking lost in her own brain, like worse than usual. So after like wandering off or bumping into you for like probably the 5th time, she just like hooks an arm in yours and lets you lead her.
You okay? Man, maybe you do need something to eat. You have a fever or something? Can I roll against that? Would that
Yeah.
be insight?
Insight.
Yes, absolutely.
You cannot roll against that.
Okay. Cool.
Holy shit.
Would I be able to do insight on that?
Anyone can do an insight on that. Roll the fucking 2.
All right.
Oh my god.
If you say you're okay, you're okay. All right.
Oh, this hurts. Double 20.
I guess you could say that Holly and Jamie have a 20/20 vision.
God fucking damn it.
Amazing.
So yeah, give the people their prize, Mars.
Oh, she's fucking lost. She looks miserable. She looks exhausted. And JB, you don't have context for this, but I don't. Would Holly be able to roll to see the resemblance?
Yeah, absolutely. Holly was there.
That was history?
Yeah.
No. I'm too focused on what is wrong with Mars.
All of these fucking ones, Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's constantly looking back at the taller woman, very like brief glances, and then immediately looking back at the ground, like she's just fucking lost in her thoughts, and whatever she's thinking about, it is miserable. Gaius, she just looks like she's ready to throw up. She probably needs either some food or some water. Who knows?
Yeah, let's get you some food. You don't look so great. Maybe a nice hearty stew. That'll perk you up. I think.
Right.
Probably.
Of course. Yes. Off to
I hear
your
bread
house.
hooks. Yeah. Bread also helps.
Hmm?
For your promotions.
What about some coffee? You want some coffee?
What?
No. I don't think we should give Mars coffee.
Cocaine.
That I'm afraid of how that would end.
Coffee is a gateway drink.
Okay, then how about some wine?
I mean, to be fair, more likely than not, Mars has some severe ADHD. It might help her. Depending on if it's caffeinated.
It's either gonna help her or be too much and make her just go running up the walls. Yep.
It's gonna be a flip of the coin either way. Anyways,
Yeah.
so hopefully we do make it to the hag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It takes a good hour or so of walking to get to the other district.
Oh jeez.
Holy cow!
This is a big city.
Is there
Yeah.
a place closer after like 10 minutes? A food cart that sells alcohol?
I'd like a street wine, please.
Can we get a taco stand instead? I'm fucking hungry, guys.
Yeah.
The only wine I can
Street.
give you from the taco stand is some toilet wine.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, Beacon's Point is partially docks for sailors setting out, and then offices and warehouses.
Okay, then Holly's gonna reach into her bag and pull out her own last bottle of hard liquor and offer it up, because that's a long way to walk for some people for food, and I also provide snacks because you shouldn't eat on an empty stomach.
Are you a chaperone?
Holly is not drinking, so yeah.
Thank you for joining Land Holly on this trip. We will be providing peanuts and water.
You may have seconds, but only after everyone on the flight has been attended to, and only after you've finished your first. Thank you.
The exits are everywhere, as there are no doors.
Oh my god.
Thank you for flying and good fucking luck.
So I will mark off, 2 rations?
1-2 rations. You offered these people free stuff.
Like,
They are taking you up on free stuff.
okay.
But if you only have... Listen, they'll take what you give them. However, you know, just keep that in mind.
Okay, so I go through all of my rations. It's worth it. And sorry, I only had 1 bottle of liquor. I'll replenish that later.
We got a pregame, guys.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
An hour's not that bad.
Yeah,
We can get there.
Mhm.
It's cool.
Absolutely, it's not like we have anything else to do.
Yeah.
It's just you don't want to ask random people you just met, hey, let's go for an hour walk, and not provide any kind of food or drink along the way.
Well, you didn't
would
ask
be
them to go on a
impolite.
walk. You asked them to get drinks.
What would my mother think? It would just be so impolite.
Okay,
Oh,
fair.
It would be.
Your mother would probably be concerned with the fact that you were in a bounty office.
I'll drink to
I
that.
mean, that's also true. But when one is on the road, they do what one has to. But you can't just not offer people food and drinks.
Prior to the food and drinks that you've already offered them.
Double the food, double the drinks.
It's
Hell yeah.
It's a Yari thing. It's
Mm.
okay.
Okay. Oh, you do you. That's fine.
All right. Yeah, I mean, if you're handing them stuff, they'll take it.
We are. Does anybody mind attracting a little bit of attention?
Why
What do you mean?
are we? What?
Well, I figure that people are going to be loud, and it's not going to be, kind of like a party group walking down the street. You know who's going to the club.
I don't
You know.
care.
Just making sure.
That's fine with me.
Horse divorces.
Mhm. So I guess we're kind of a little loud and boisterous on the walk.
What is the town guard gonna do? Stop that.
Hey, quiet.
There'll be no funny business in this part of town. You want
Like,
to do that? They'll be at the docks.
I feel like eventually the group kind of stratifies into the people up front who are interested in talking and the people in back who are like,
Yeah.
JB ends up at the back with what seems like this other party's cleric.
Two words were shared the entire trip. Hello.
Help
Hello.
Not even that. They just
Yeah.
nod in each other's directions.
Just a nod.
while not making eye contact. It was very impressive.
You just catch the nod movement out of your peripheral, and you know.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it's not difficult to find this place at all.
Okay.
Seems to be quite the crowd as you go inside. Seems like a well-frequented area, especially as you look around by adventuring types.
Interesting. Okay, the infamous hag is an adventurer's bar. Good to know. You know, for like future material, if I want to try out, get a proper audience feedback.
So do we run?
Oh.
Do we what?
Do we arrive?
Arrive.
Yeah,
But we're
you,
there.
you kind of have to arrive to see the crowd
Ah.
inside the
Yes.
building.
Ah.
Is there? Can we find free tables? I mean, open tables.
Yeah, you can find some tables.
Okay.
Fantastic.
They're right by the boxing ring. No.
They're right by the mechanical bull.
You know what we're doing after shots.
Who's riding the mechanical manticore?
Oh my god.
Guys gets thrown off almost immediately.
So, as Mars is walking in, and because her sleight of hand was bullshit, literally anyone who wants to pretty much can see that she gently knocks on the frame of the door. Tentative steppy inside, maybe.
Yep. No
Okay.
issue.
They'll come up and grab Mars's other arm that she has free and just kind of whisper, "Are you okay?"
Yes. It's fine. Don't worry about me.
If you need a minute to get away or need somebody to go with you, just take a second. I'll go. Let somebody know. I'm sure also Emmy would love to accompany you. You seemed a little shaken up.
She looks from Holly. Has the other adventuring group just kind of barreled into the bar ahead of us, or are they still kind of hovering around?
They're hovering. Holly is their key to free stuff.
So she will glance at them. Do any of them look tiefling-ish or anything like that?
Not that you can tell. There are it seems to be the barbarian woman, who's human. Their fighter is human. The cleric in the back with JB appears to be half-elven, and then there is a small man with them, a halfling, who appears to be a ranger type.
Okay. So, very quietly and infernal, she will whisper to Holly, the taller woman. I'm fairly certain that she's she was related to Ilva, the woman who was sacrificed in Katsu.
I don't know if I know that.
You were definitely there, yeah.
Oh! Never mind. I was thinking of a very different kind of sacrifice.
No.
Writing on the walls and everything.
Yes. I blocked that out.
At least one of us could.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, perhaps we should eat and drink before we cover that particular story.
Glances one more time at giant woman and then back at Holly and nods.
Right, so how many ales? How many bottles? I will go order.
At least 3.
I'll try some wine. Whatever's there.
Here. And Isabella will hand you 15 gold. Whatever their best wine is, eh?
Thank you, guys. Right, okay. I'll be back. And Holly will go to find somebody to order their best wine and enough alcohol and food for the group.
Okay.
Including lots, way more than Emmy should be able to. As much cream as they could
Oh,
find.
Oh, you're gonna put that poor fox in a coma.
Someone's looking for a good Christmas. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, alright.
Emmy's had a rough day.
You add an extra 5 on top of that 15, you're good.
Okay.
So you guys gonna grab a couple tables, chill out.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we're sitting at the tables, Gaius is going to start messing with the 3 bags that he got. And he's going to divide up the gold. Everybody get 100 gold. Bam.
Emmy will carefully put gold one by one with her snoot into her bag. Like she eventually kind of opens it up and starts nuzzling it in.
Careful not to drop any off the side of the table, just onto the floor.
If anyone tries to help her, she just looks at them until they get awkward and stop.
You all at the table would note that as everyone takes their seats, Isabella pulls up another chair and has it empty next to her.
What's that for?
Give it a minute. I just have a feeling.
Okay.
And a few moments later, probably just Holly as they're finally getting all of your order ready, a woman walks up to all of you. She's about 5'9"-ish. Of course, roll 20 just shat itself and died. Give me a second.
What a way to go. Roll 20.
Right?
Damn.
I was in the middle of something.
God.
Not that it
Damn.
matters to you.
Well, it matters to me.
Not you, I meant roll 20. So, as I was saying, about 5'9"-ish. She wears fairly nice-looking traveling clothes with a dark cloak wrapped around her. Pale-looking elven woman, and sits next to Isabella. And Isabella looks over to her. Yes, I thought you might be joining us. And the woman just shrugs. I needed a drink.
One more is always welcome at the party.
Yeah, sure. I'll get started on getting some food then. He's gonna get up and start ordering.
Holly comes up with a bunch of food.
Oh, well, All right then. He's gonna sit right back down.
Could you help me head it out?
Oh yeah, of course. He's gonna get up.
Giant fucking tray, precariously gripped by both hands.
She comes out with like 2 serving ladies with her, both of them carrying trays.
Yeah, guy's just gonna hand out the food. Or help.
Mm-hmm. And as you do, Isabella looks at this woman. Are we not introducing ourselves? Come now, they've been friends for a while. And the woman just sort of looks up at all of you. All right. It sits up tall. My name is Arithia.
Hello?
That's a pretty name. It's nice to meet you, Arithia. I think I can remember that.
It's good to meet you. My name is Mars, well, I suppose everyone else can introduce themselves.
I know all of you.
Okay. Well, nice meeting you for the first time.
And Isabella pipes up. Well, it's not the first time that you're meeting her.
DM,
Yeah?
can I roll a perception check with nose?
Yeah.
Give me a second. Because I have a suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Me too, but I can't smell that well.
Yeah.
So the picture is not popping up. It's just an
No.
empty box.
It was popping up for me.
It's not popping up for me.
I know that face anywhere.
I know that voice anywhere.
I would hope so.
That is
Arithia?
Jade's best friend in the entire world.
Absolutely.
Party friends, Arithia? It's not popping up for me, unfortunately.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and drop it into Discord for you.
Okay.
So 24 on my sniff.
Yeah.
Smells like the
Smells like a little birdie.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Emmy would look at Mars and in her mind say, "She was the bird from earlier."
Huh. Well, that's cool.
Oh, there's like a moment where it just like clicks, like, oh, okay, that makes so much. All right. It is good to finally meet you then, Arithia. And she will kind of give an awkward, like, half bow of the head as she had when she'd first greeted the Raven.
She just waves you off. Please, enough with the formalities. I have enough of that at home.
Oh,
Would you like some food? Or are you good?
I'll pass.
Okay.
What about a drink?
As she's
He's got
reaching for the wine bottle that Isabella has opened.
great.
Gaius is going to reach for his mug and stop. Close his eyes. and then scooted over towards her.
Towards Sarithia?
Yes. Perhaps you would enjoy this more than I would. I am going to get some water. Don't mind me.
Hang on, hold up, wait a minute. God fucking damn it.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Can I have a water as well?
Of course. Is there
Just
anybody else
water.
who would like some water?
I'll have a water as well. It is important to keep hydrated, even if you are drinking, especially if you're drinking alcohol, because it's...
Absolutely. He'll just order a round of waters as well.
As Arithia pushes the mug back away from her. I prefer wine.
That is wine.
Oh, did you get wine?
Yeah. It got.
Thought you had
In a
gotten
mug?
ale.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well, I
in a
mean-
mug.
I figured a tavern, would they really have glasses?
Axe isn't fancy. He'll drink his wine out of a mug.
Yeah. He's a basic bitch.
If you have wine in that mug, she'll down it. She doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Wine in a mug, pinky out.
Now you're
Yes.
understanding, guys.
Pinky out for like a second, and then she hesitates and quickly like drops it. It's like, fuck that.
We'll go back to sitting down and begin to eat very carefully. As if he had some He's gonna eat with some refinement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mars is going to be slowly picking at her food, constantly looking back at the other adventuring party.
Who is 3 out of the 4th scarfing down food and drink.
The
Like
poor
it's
cleric is just gently dodging scraps.
Yes.
So this white dragon, I've never seen dragons, but I've heard they all have like breath weapons, like they can do fire or ice or gas. Did that happen?
Oh yeah, one of them says, just stuffing their mouth up a lot of times. White dragons, they shoot like ice, frost.
I mean, that must have been dangerous. How did you? Nullify that advantage.
I mean, lots of cold-resistant items and all of that help. And the barbarian woman nods. Yes, it also helps cutting off head. Barbarian.
Oh. So I'm assuming you got the killing blow.
And she nods and lays a hand on the great axe that's on her back.
That must have been. Wow, I could imagine so many different emotions. Scary and exhilarating and exciting, and also great knowing you have your teammates with you and you're not doing it alone as you stare into the dragon's eyes. You, do you have any, advice for young adventurers? Who, well, I mean, let's be honest, I'd need to change my pants if I just saw a white dragon. Forget trying to face it.
Maybe start small. Which shouldn't be an issue going up against a dragon, as lots of them have been supposedly getting very active lately.
You know, the goblins were doing the same thing. But I think that... You have any theories as to why the dragons might be more active? Have there been other creatures? Evil.
The fighter shrugs. I don't know. Maybe we need to talk.
I'm sorry, I just hypothesizing out loud. I sometimes forget to keep those inside thoughts inside.
And the cleric will, for the first time, speak up. There are, reports of an ancient dragon, flying around, sort of, more towards Yari, but it's been going everywhere. Huge and as red as the blood moon.
Yari.
They, supposedly they think it started in Maru.
You said a red dragon?
Yeah.
Remind me, God, was it a red dragon wormling that was in the group? Okay. Yep. Interesting.
You wanna say something to the group?
Oh, yeah. JP, who's been very quietly sitting in the back corner, says something under their breath, a little louder than they mean to, and disappears.
Just because. Oh! Finally, you noticed something.
You wanna roll me a spell?
Sure. Don't I technically get advantage because I'm now invisible?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, you don't know anything. Never mind.
You might notice. Wait, so is this to see if she notices her going invisible? Because you wouldn't get advantage on that.
No, I already rolled to see if people would notice if I went invisible.
Gotcha.
Everybody saw it. I rolled an 8.
Yeah,
Oh.
then no one
This
knows
is-
what happened.
This is to, I guess, track me out of the bar.
No one's going to track that.
Yeah.
I might be able to smell it, maybe. Actually, let me try. Let me try. No.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nah, JB's gone.
Frodo, don't put on the ring.
God damn it!
My precious.
Holly's. Oh, never mind. Good night, guys. Yeah, okay, Holly's gonna walk out of the bar. Of course, excuse herself. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. I have to go check on my friend. And
I thought you were going to say I have to go check on my cat. I'm sorry, Stormy.
and first try to message JB, but I'm assuming they're more than 120 feet away.
They're
so
not.
then.
No.
Oh, okay.
Message only works on people you can see, right?
I believe this visual contact needs to be made,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Sending is the one
Okay.
that doesn't have the limit.
Can. It just says towards a creature, and I know it said.
Right, but towards a creature means you have to
Okay.
be able to see them, or at least know. Like, you might be able to do it if you
You
know.
can
someone's right
cast
around
the
the corner.
spell through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood block
Yeah.
the spell.
At
Right.
the
So-
end, you would have to know that JB is even wherever you're pointing. They could still be inside
Yeah.
for all you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you could say left and she could be right and she won't get it, or he won't get it.
That's fine. I would send sending at that point if I don't get a response to the message.
Okay.
And are you okay? Do you want to be alone? How can I help?
You do receive an answer, and in the lowest and most miserable voice, you just hear them croak. No.
Well, second sending, can I sit with you so you're not alone? And
A
Polly will
moment.
just
Yeah, a moment passes.
sit down wherever they are, yeah.
Yeah. And then they what is around the bar? Like God.
Yeah. There are a bunch of different shops and all of that, as this is a hot spot for adventurers. There are obviously shops and blacksmiths and all of that for getting your gear replaced and things like that. There is, if you... So the bar is at like a T intersection. If you went down the road opposite from it, it would lead, you can see a little bit further off towards a very large, lush garden.
Oh, okay. Then you hear whispered back into your mind. In the garden.
Polly will just walk over to the garden and just sit on a bench that's the most visible bench.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't like see them, but you do hear the noise of someone being very ill.
Polly will just take out her lute and just start playing some music. Just low background music.
The soundtrack to JB throwing up. Thanks.
I don't know what else to do.
Eventually, the noise of retching fades away, and you hear something rustle the bushes near you.
I'll answer. Hey.
We may need to go down to Secret for this, actually.
All right.
Go for it.
Oh, goodbye.
Bye.
I kind of want to steal our cameraman with us.
Yeah, sure. I can take my headphones off.
Sure. I will
Just
I'll drag us back up when we're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just DM me when we're done and stuff.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Hello.
Oh wow.
So you hear the bushes rustle, and you hear JB. They're maybe a little bit further away than you thought they were. You hear them say very quietly, "I am a very terribly selfish person.
That's not my impression of you. But I won't.
What is it that you know about me?"
I was gonna say I won't dispute that because I don't know a lot. I know that you spent a lot of time in the cage. You were near a forge, growing up. That something happened. Holly's gonna look really uncomfortable and look around to check and make sure there's nobody nearby that can hear. And I'm gonna say, I know that something happened to you where you weren't in control. Something really bad. Something that you think would change the way anybody who knew looked at you. It would change the way they think about you. But I know that you were a brother to my brother and loyal. I know you've been a good friend. And I know you can swim really well, which is a little odd.
You have very kind opinions of me, to think that I was such a good friend to your brother. I fear I am only repeating my mistakes.
What mistake would that be?
You speak often of masks, Miss Holly, and a desire to be seen.
Yeah.
Do you think that to be seen for who you are is not the most terrifying thing in the world?
I used to. I used to think that if people knew who I was, saw me, literally, forget figuratively, that, I mean, they would tease me and taunt me and bully me just for who I was. And so I learned to hide myself until I forgot who I was. And I hid behind a mask. But that I don't want to live like that anymore. So I think the only way forward is for me to let people see who I am. I feel like I have people I can trust who have my back and want to get to know me, to see who I really am. So it's also kind of exciting.
You are very courageous, Miss Holly. And much like your brother, in that you inspire such desires in others. I fear that my fears are the opposite of yours. What lies beneath will only hurt you. I don't want to be who I was, but I can't step away from them. I can only hope to change on the surface, but I don't really know how. Oh, what you said is true. I spent a very long time in chains, Miss Holly. And the one who held them is coming for me. And if she catches me, she will kill me. And she will kill everyone I love.
Well, the way I figure there's no way out of this by yourself. The only way is to work with others. People who know the risks and do it anyways. Because you need somebody. I mean, everybody here in the group, we're all here because we need help in one way or another. And I think we all have our monsters chasing us.
There's a very high, like, nervous laugh.
Some are more literal. Than others, but I think we have to learn balance. Between letting people see who we are and trusting them and trusting each other.
Oh, Miss Holly, I am a terribly selfish person. I don't think you understand.
I would like to understand. keep saying that you were selfish, and yet most of the time you'd rather do anything anybody else wants than what is in your own best interest.
It is a kind of penance. I have put you all in a great deal of danger. And I have kept my silence because I cannot.
I think we all bring different dangers with us.
They laugh again, and it's getting more and more manic and terrified. Miss Holly, you don't understand.
Okay. Somebody's after you, and when they find you,
You hear the rustle of branches, and you feel someone take your hands. And I trust you, Miss Holly.
trust you too, JB.
They asked if they could. Can I trust you?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Please. I want to help.
Your name is... They flinch. You can feel it, even though you can't see them. Best not spoken. But she has eyes and ears everywhere. But she has not found me yet. She will come.
How would I know her?
You would know her, Miss Holly. The red sun would be the last thing you ever saw.
Red Sun, you said?
She is a god among her people, or the closest thing there is to it. The red of her wings would swallow the blue of the sky until there is nothing left. I was the only one that I know of that ever escaped. And she has not forgotten.
Sorry. Why did she keep you captive?
A pet, a plaything. Do the powerful ever need reasons to lord themselves over the weak?
No, it just...
I was useful. I could do things that the others could not.
You were able to escape?
Yes. I am a very good swimmer. It is the one place she would not follow me.
Well, whatever happens, you won't be alone. And that's my choice. It's not something you drug me into. Because you need somebody. So I'm here. We'll figure it out together.
You are very courageous, Miss Holly. I only hope I will not get you killed for it. It has already cost me a brother.
You see Holly kind of nod, like, but yeah, confirmed what she was thinking. So what?
In answer to your question, yes, dragons have breath weapons, and yes, it is very terrifying.
Oh.
And there are some things all the magic in the world will not protect you from. Not when she knows it better than you do.
Oh, okay. That. I'm sorry. That was very, I would say, insensitive, but I didn't know. I'm sorry I brought this up.
They shrug. I'm not sure if I feel better or worse for you knowing.
Well,
I'm not certain I wish to tell the others. I'm not sure what they'll do.
that's always your choice. I wouldn't ever dream to tell anybody else's story without their consent.
And if I ask your counsel on the matter?
I would advise you as best I could. But are you sure you wouldn't rather ask Rhea or Gaius? I mean,
You feel the hands in yours slip away. I know I should tell them.
I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that they would be better at giving you advice. I'm afraid
I did not come to you because I thought you were... They huff. I came to you because I trust you. Is that not enough?
Thank you for honoring me with your trust. That is a precious gift. Thank you. And I will try to give you... I will try to counsel you wisely. That's a phrase, yeah. But mostly, I just... here for you.
I've spent a long time alone. Your brother was the first true companion I'd had in a very long time. Please forgive me if I'm not very good at this.
I think that's kind of part of why we work as a group. We're all have our unique way of not being very good at it.
Should I tell them, Holly? Should I tell them the danger I've put them in?
Would it change anything?
Of course it would.
I think knowledge, information is always helpful. Making a fully informed decision or being able to recognize the danger of that moment. If there is a confrontation, I think that knowledge might be helpful if you choose to share it. But I don't think it's necessary to... I think the details are less important. I mean, would you feel better if you told them?
I'm not even sure if I feel better that I've told you.
Well, let's do an experiment. Let's sit with it until you decide if you do feel better or worse having told me. Maybe that'll help you decide if you want to tell others.
I feel as though I owe it to them. If you were sick and carrying a terrible disease that did not show on the surface, would you not owe it to others to tell them that your mere presence could kill them?
When we are doing things such as this group, risking our lives every day, waking up could get us killed.
With all due respect, Miss Holly, I don't think anybody really signs up for ancient dragons. I think that's a little bit beyond the realm of goblins in holes.
Well, there's more out there than just ancient dragons and teams of people chosen, descendants of people chosen defeating great evil from long ago, and you've heard the stories.
I've heard that there are good dragons too, but I'm not sure that I believe that.
You were with us when we were talking about the Arium. I was gonna say Malum Animus. I'm like, no, the good guys.
Wait, the other one. The other one.
About the Kalos Empire. They were being taken over by an evil being, and the seven-pointed star, it's a mark of something very old and evil. There were 6 champions brought together for good. That story?
I remember, yes.
So apparently there's a book that has a picture of one of these good champions, and I look exactly like them. So I mean, it's not totally out of the realm of possibility that there's an evil deity or creature out after me. That's why I don't always get the hat, the disguise. You know, my mom was very very encouraging of me hiding my appearance, and so that's probably part of the reason why she probably was trying to do the right thing. It just did not come across the right way. Anyways, that's a whole bit of different baggage. But there's some weird, crazy, evil things. You have an evil dragon, evil deities. There's something going on, and I am afraid that your association with my brother and then finding me kind of drug you into this. So you know, you're part of the 6, so hey, we're kind of even. Maybe?
I do not count that against you, nor should you have any reason to feel upset about it.
So why should you count? Why should we hold your ancient red dragon against you?
Because I knowingly and with forethought kept it from you specifically so that you would not turn me away. While knowingly and with forethought placing you all in danger that you very hardly signed up for.
So it'll level with you. When you showed up, it was kind of really obvious that you were running from someone or something. I'm sure the stories people have created in their mind, you know, everybody has created a story. It's obvious you were running away and that you didn't trust your judgment. If that's the information that I picked up, which I'm really not normally good at reading people, so if I picked that up, everybody else probably did too. So it's not like there weren't signs. We may not know the specifics, but that doesn't mean we don't know anything.
I am not a good liar, and that is not something that pain or hunger can kill.
I think that's a positive. Being a bad liar means you're sincere.
It means I am good at choosing which parts of the truth will act like lies. It was necessary, but it was still evil. If she is looking for me, Holly, she will not be doing it alone. She had an army at her beck and call. They revere her, worship her.
We aren't without resources. Isabella knows a lot more than they're saying. So does the Arium. And they're piecing together a pretty big army too.
They have their own battles to fight. I would never ask them to intervene on my behalf.
Well, this person isn't just tormenting you. There are other victims. So it wouldn't just be on your behalf. But we have some time. We don't have to make a plan of action right now. For now, let's just marinate.
The air near you ripples and JB reappears, and they look miserable. All the fur on their muzzle is like damp. You can tell that they've been rubbing at their eyes. They smell bad.
Holly will go to reach in her sleeve and then remember, oh, this is not her actual clothes because she's wearing the mask of disguise, and then have to rummage through her bag to hand you a handkerchief.
They will take it very delicately, like between two claws. She has an army, and at their head was this man. They will wave their hands, and an image will appear of a black dragonborn who is remarkably beautiful for a dragonborn. His horns are perfectly symmetrical. His just obsidian scales iridesce with green and purple. And yet, when you look at him, you can just... something about him makes him seem very cold.
Okay.
If you see him, you must not speak to him. He is very, very clever. He has words that will twist your mind.
If I see him, I will let you know. And I will not talk to him. If nothing else, now, after today, you have 2 sets of eyes, not just one. Looking out for your back.
I hope you will forgive me if it is still my preference not to sleep under the sky.
Yeah, I don't like so either. I've been sleeping in the little tiny dome hut just because after Aldern, I feel like I need some protection. I was somehow like stealing my stuff in the middle of the night while we were sleeping. It was creepy. So you're more than welcome to sleep in the little tiny hut with me.
I would enjoy that, I think. I will, as you say, give it time. What if I've already waited too long?
We will cross that bridge when we get to it.
They nod and tuck their chin to their chest. They seem a little tired, a little defeated. As you wish.
I assume you're talking about waited too long to tell the others. Maybe I read that wrong.
They nod.
I mean, stuff comes out when it happens, when it's the right time. When you feel ready to talk about it, that'll be the right time. And if anybody else has a problem with it, they'll have to answer to me.
If I wait until I am ready for things, I will spend my whole life waiting.
Maybe not ready for things. Maybe just wait until the idea of not telling them scares you more than the idea of telling them. Where you trust them. Nope, that doesn't make sense. You'll know the time. You won't be ready, it'll still be scary as hell, but you'll know when it's time to put down the mask. Let people get to know you and what's really going on.
Their
You
face
know.
twists. I think I will need to rely on the mask for a while longer.
With the group?
Yes.
Yeah. Take your time.
Will tell them. I just don't know when. I owe it to them. They have protected me diligently, and I have not done the same.
You aren't responsible for this person's action, this dragon's actions. You're not responsible for them being after you. Not any more responsible than Mars is for the plague or responsible for anything that Gaius's stepbrother does. We're just as responsible for anything that may have happened before Emmy was Emmy. I mean, if you hold all of them responsible for the situations they find themselves in, then I mean, I don't feel that way about them, so I can't feel that way about you.
You are kinder than you think you are.
The world needs a bit more kindness.
I will be all right out here. I don't think I want to go back to the bar.
Understand?
I will be all right here if you wish to return.
Okay, if you stay around the garden when we're leaving, I can message you. I'll come find you.
They nod and slip back into the bushes. Their black fur quickly blends them in.
Did you get something to eat? Or drink? I can
They
save some
just
for you.
puke their guts up, darling. If you
I'll
remember
save
that.
some. Yep, I'll save some for later. For you. Save some for you for later. Okay. Ollie just takes a deep breath and walks back into the bar.
Hey!
Alright. I'm gonna drag us back up.
You summoned them.
You summoned them.
We're not dead yet.
I literally just said they're gonna be down there till the end of the session, and then
We heard you talking shit. I don't know what to tell you.
Clearly, damn.
So, we're all good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Holly returns to the bar eventually. What are you guys doing at the bar?
After... sorry, really quickly. Squee, you wanted to say something to Blue?
It had nothing to do with the session. You go.
No, keep going. Okay.
Are you?
I was just gonna say, these lemon almonds are the bomb.
Are they really?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to try one later.
Oh, you might not get that
got,
chance.
I got like 5 in my hand and had one, and I was like, damn, that's good. And he's like, and you're never gonna see them again.
We'll get some more next time we're there.
Yeah, okay, we bought this from Costco. If I literally finished them tonight, I would be very sick in the morning.
Well, that's a you
Jesus.
problem.
Anyway.
So, as soon as Holly heads out, Cry will perk up and frown a little. Then turn to Mars. Mars, you seem to have some kind of book to write in or draw in, correct?
Yes. Yes. Why? Did you need some paper?
Yes, if you are willing to spare it.
Sure. She'll reach into the back of her sketchbook and pull out a paper, hand it over. Did you need some ink or?
If you would be so kind.
She will hand over writing utensil.
And then, pushing the rest of his plate away, he will turn to the barbarian and the rest of their adventuring party. I apologize. It seems our bard has left for some business. Would you mind finishing your story for me?
And they shrug. What else do you want to know?
Oh, was that it?
Mm-hmm. We could give the fight, or if you wanted more about the dragons, as sort of look towards the door where they headed out.
Ah. If you wish to leave, then never mind.
No, I meant like following where Holly just sort of dipped.
Ah. Well, I am unsure, so...
Oh,
Why don't you tell me any and all details about the dragon, why you had to kill it, etc., etc.
Did you have something to say, Alora?
nope, go ahead.
Okay.
Uh-oh, Cat needs to go outside. 1 sec.
Mm-hmm.
No, she already went out. JB's out. Okay.
No, they're just sort of lingering in the doorway. They're not sure if they want to go out or stay in. It's really annoying. Everybody has to like walk around them.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's holding the door open for them, but it's just like progressed into this awkwardly long like standoff.
Sorry
You
about
come
that.
in, you go in. No, you're just gonna. Okay. My arm's getting kind of tired. Could you? No. Okay.
What's going on?
We were
We're
making a
making
joke
fun.
about cats being in and out.
Yeah. And any details? He will try and put them in the sheet of paper in Infernal.
Okay. So they will essentially popcorn going over the story. One of them will start saying something, the other one will interject and give a bit more about this and that specific item. And then the other will take back over, and then somebody else will say something, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
You get the gist of, it seems like whatever really happened, this ancient red dragon started popping up in places. They think it came from a mountain range, somewhere around, let me see. That's not what I want. Here it is. Somewhere around here in Maru.
I can't see Maru.
Oh, my bad. I did not drag you guys over like I thought. There you go. Okay. So, yeah. Somewhere around here.
Okay.
In Maru.
Nowhere near the X.
No, that's something else.
Oh, okay.
And it had been spotted closer to the capital city, and has been seen in Yari, both down here as well as up here. There are rumors that it made a trip over into Senin. They don't know if it's been down anywhere else at all yet. But
Fantastic.
it seemed that after it started making its rounds, just dragons of all ages and everywhere, even the places that it hasn't reached yet, have just sort of started clambering out of their lairs and have been a bit more active than is typical of them. Nobody's quite sure what's happening. This group just knows that they were out looking for adventure, after their last one and saw the bounty on this dragon's head.
Interesting. Then, he will have one last question. Is it any and all dragons, or does it seem like there are specific types? Like, are chromatic dragons more hostile, or are both chromatic and metallic? Something along those lines?
All of them are more active, for sure. It seems that most of the reports coming in are chromatic. There have been one or two metallic, though.
Very interesting.
Hmm.
Then after writing all of those stuff down, he is going to thank them for their time, and if they wish, he will get them another round. Otherwise, they are more than welcome to head out if that is what they wish to do.
They'll pick you up on your offer, and once they finish their drinks, they will head out.
Oh, sorry, pardon. Excuse me, ma'am.
Thank you for your story. Now leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, she will look towards you.
I was wondering if perhaps you had a relative of sorts from a small mining village to the west of here.
She, a bit more drunk than previous, watches you in shock for a moment, but then nods. I have a sister. Do you know her?
Ilva, yes?
She nods enthusiastically. Yes, she married a very nice priest, and they moved out here. They had a son.
Her. Yes.
We're actually going to stop by to pay them a visit while we were out.
Hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. I need... Oh, okay. Let's just see how badly this goes. Oh, okay. So there's a split second where she tries to give a smile, and then it just cracks, and tears start streaming down her face. And shaking, she just puts a hand over her mouth and shakes her head, and through these sobs just chokes out, "I'm so sorry."
She stares at you more than a little concerned. Okay. What happened? Looks to the rest of you like, is this girl, is she okay? She's too much company? What's wrong?
She reaches out and very shakily takes this lovely barbarian woman's hand and almost like she's She bows her head and holds the hand in both of hers as if like begging for forgiveness. I'm so sorry. The village, there was an attack, and I'm sorry. And she can't get the rest of the words out. It's just body shaking sobs.
She snatches her hand from you as though you've just burned her. And her body goes horribly rigid. She shakes her head. No. Ylva can handle herself. No. You are lying.
Oh.
In her mind, she would hear, "Why would she lie to you about such a thing?"
As her head just shoots up, looking around like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
If she looks around, she's gonna see Gaius just, or not Gaius, but Cry, sitting there going back to eating, not paying attention.
As is expected.
Ain't got shit to do with me.
Basically, you guys didn't tell him about this, so he'll stay out of it.
Right. She begins to back away, glaring at you. And sort of grabs onto one of the straps on her friend's armor and yanks him to get them to go with her.
Oh. It's about the time that Holly walks in.
Just in time to hear Mars choke out one more "I'm sorry"
Mm-hmm.
as she leaves.
She goes, shoving people out of the way to make her way towards the door. And then they're gone.
And Mars just drops to her knees in the middle of the tavern, sobbing her eyes out.
As Holly walks in and just stops and tries to help Mars get up, and you didn't cause it. You were merely present.
It's my fault. It's always my fault. If I hadn't, I didn't have to.
You didn't cause it? You did not bring them there?
He would have never had that book if it wasn't for me.
You didn't know, and you couldn't stop it.
I should have. I should have known. I've been trained for so long. I should have seen it coming. I should have. Anything.
You might have been able to recognize something from the book from your training, but you didn't know what they would do with it. I mean, nobody could have imagined that somebody would sacrifice their entire town. This wasn't just random strangers. This was people he knew. Nobody could have predicted that. It wasn't your fault, no matter what anyone may say. You're not to blame. You aren't responsible for other people's actions. All you can do is make them pay. They won't make it right, but at least we can stop it. Whatever it is they're doing, we can't let them win. We're responsible for attempting to prevent them from winning. That's what we're responsible for. And that's why we're here. It's not just you anymore, it's this entire group of people behind you.
Glances back at the table, cries just stuffing his face.
Isabella's there, and darn, I already forgot the other girl's name. Damn it!
Dorothea.
Arithia. I'm like, I knew it. I'm gonna try that trick where you repeat it 3 times and then you remember it. No. I forgot it even faster.
Amazing.
Arithia's just with her sitting there with her scowl on. Yeah, you've got a whole group behind you. So keep it done.
Thea's not even paying attention. She's just drinking.
So, I'm just gonna let you know. The first roll I got was a 2, and the second roll I got just now to try and calm down was a 4. So, she's just gonna be a puddle of sad for a while. Yeah.
Hey, do you want to be a puddle of sad here? Do I need to get a chair for you? Do you want to be a puddle of sad over there? There's a lovely garden outside.
Go into the bathroom, let the drunk girls, like, compliment you.
Are you a model? Yes. Oh god, she... She's going... Are we going to be staying here for the night, or were we just planning on hanging out here?
Well, we hadn't looked into it.
Fair
Does
enough.
this place rent rooms? That might be a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't I just say Cry will finish up. He will take a napkin, wipe his face,
He will take a nap.
and then he will head over to try and figure out if there are any rooms. And if there are rooms, if there is any free for rent.
have... Yeah, they would have about 3 rooms open.
Fantastic. How much is it for the food and drink we had, plus 3 rooms for, let's say, 3 days?
Okay. So the additional food and drink on top of what you guys had gotten. So that would be... You said 3 days?
Mm-hmm.
An additional 16 gold.
Oh. Okay. You know what? If it's that much, let's go for 5 days.
Okay. 24.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Then he will lay down the coin and ask for the room numbers. And any or all keys for them. And then head back to the table and tell the group that is there what the plan is. That, hey, I just got us 3 rooms for 5 days, so if we have a place to stay.
Great. That's one thing sorted.
Well, are you at the table?
She's...
Oops.
Oops.
I'm
I
trying.
figure I'm like
I'm
10
trying to
feet
say.
away.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Mars is right there.
shouting across the fucking bar.
If you're in earshot, then he will turn to you and hand over the piece of paper. And say, I tried to get as much notes as I could before, well, after you left the bar.
Oh, I appreciate it. That's really helpful.
Absolutely. Now we have 3 rooms. I am unsure how you wish to divide them up, but when you two are ready, please join us back at the table. He's gonna turn and walk back to the table and sit down.
Oh.
Take your time.
Yep. Mars will eventually pick herself up, hug the little hammock with BB in it to her, and Jesus Christ, turn to Cry and ask which rooms are theirs.
Whose?
Which rooms are ours for?
Oh. He's gonna repeat the numbers. I do not know if you wish to stay with JB and Holly or what, but I believe I should have a room to myself as usual. Unless one of you wish to join me. Well, join us.
Gonna just do this at disadvantage right now.
Oh.
Eh.
Should I go with what? Should I roll something against that so you have a chance?
Like,
What
I
the-
mean, are you trying to be deceptive that you're Gaius right now? Because if not...
No,
like,
he's not.
Yeah. So
He just hasn't
yeah.
said Gaius.
Yep. So finally clicks. She's in on the loop, or at least one of them, for now. And she blinks a little bit, and he's sitting down, right? She will go over to him, kneel down, and give him a hug. Thank you, Cry.
For what?
She pulls away, wipes at her face.
He's gonna look like very inquisitive. He has no idea what he did.
For being kind.
Oh. Was I being kind?
She nods and straightens up.
That is quite interesting.
Did he get keys or?
Yeah, did I get keys?
Yeah.
Okay.
You bought the storage closet. Congratulations.
Good job, Harry Potter.
He's going to just hand out a key to her and go, whoever you wish to bunk with, by all means. He's gonna turn to Rhea. I figure this is how things were handled back west, correct? You get a room, they get a room, and I get a room.
Well,
No.
there's also JP.
Rio would speak up. I don't necessarily need one, though.
Ah. Okay. Then, in that case, he's gonna turn back to, Mars. He'll hand over another key. Whenever you see JB. Because I don't seem to see them.
I'll hold onto JB's key.
Sure, just take it.
Thank you.
She'll pass it along.
Meanwhile, Isabella will stand up, pushing herself out of her chair using the table. That's great and all, but I will be getting a room. And she winks at you, Cry. She walks off.
Okay. There's only 3 rooms. I rented them all. He's gonna shrug. Does she come back all mad?
She's gone.
No. Holly's gonna say, "Hey, Cry. She did that funny thing with her eye on the way out. I think that means like you should talk to her.
About what?
Like that wink thing. Does when they do that? Doesn't that mean they want you to talk to them?"
I don't know. I'm not a mind reader.
She's just like that. Ignore her. Thea says, goes right back to drinking.
All right. What about you? Will you be in this form for long?
I can be in this form for as long as I like.
I did not ask if you could. I asked, would you? Do you need accommodations?
She pulls out a key that gives off a faint yellow glow. It almost looks as if this key is made out of plant material. And shakes her head, staring at it.
Then he's gonna shrug. Okay. If that is everything sorted, do we need anything to happen for the rest of the day? Do we
Do
have
we
a
need
particular
anything?
goal?
No, but we should take some time to get to know the foxgloves, where they are, where they might have lived.
Ah, I forgot about that. Sure, we can do that this afternoon. Did we get any information on that?
No, we hadn't yet. It was just I knew that he was a noble and his family was from here, so I guess that would nobility tends to run in families. So that would mean his family
Yes.
was noble.
That's what it seems to do, correct?
Then people might know the foxgloves.
Wasn't there some kind of lead you guys were mentioning? It was hard to follow sometimes. Something about some kind of piece of paper or something like that for Paige.
Oh no, that was the license that she needed. I don't think that's. Well, she still probably needs that if she's going to be selling wares, but it's not necessarily. Oh no, wait, we need. I believe you said that there should be information at the place where she's supposed to get the
You can see as she's starting to get back into the swing of actually processing thoughts instead of just crying.
So we were supposed to go to the place where the licenses are being sold so that she can sell things, and also so that we can find out if and where the townhouse was where Foxglove was living.
Orithia watches all of this and immediately just shoots a hand out to call over another server for another bottle.
Just we're gonna be here forever.
If I'm not drunk by nightfall, we're doing it wrong.
In that case, why don't we head out? As the bottle hits the table.
Mars will finish her water, grab a biscuit off of the plate, and start to head out of the building, and then pause because she realizes she has no idea where she's going, and wait for everyone else.
Cry will pick up a napkin and hand it to Mars. You should be careful when eating those. They make crumbs. It is undignified. He's gonna head out.
Amy has cream on her nose and doesn't know it.
Holly grabs a selection, whatever left food she thinks JB would like, and completely forgets about the fact that she hasn't had anything to eat herself. That's not important.
Everyone above a 15 passive sees Isabella sneaking her way upstairs.
So everyone but Mars.
Yeah.
She's examining herself to make sure she isn't crumbly.
Meanwhile, Rhea will get up to go with you guys. Orithia sort of just watches Isabella, going up the stairs, sighs, picks up the bottle, and just walks towards the front door.
I like to imagine, like, Isabella's going, yeah, I'll find a room, wink, as in, meet me upstairs, and then she sits there for like an hour going, where the fuck is everybody?
I'll get a room, wink, goes upstairs, picks one of the locks, throws out somebody's shit.
Oh god.
Exactly.
Is that what happens?
That minus the glass. She just takes swigs out of the bottle. Woman of class.
Oh my god. So we're gonna head over to the licensing place thing where you can get a merchant's license.
Business office. There's such a thing.
With Paige, because it's for her.
We don't have to register the cart as well. I hear those are extremely expensive.
Well, yes.
Sorry, you need a merchant's license, you need a cart owner's license, you need a license for the cart owner's license.
What do you think we're doing here? We are not the ones getting the license. Paige would be. So Paige would need to get the cart owner's license, if there is one. Unless you wish to, I don't know, pay for it yourself? The DMC!
Moving carts, god damn it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Paige.
Mars.
Go ahead. I said it first. You go ahead.
No, you! Fine, no. Yeah, Mars is just going to take Cry's arm.
What are you doing?
Wait for him to lead.
Alright.
I don't understand this. What are you doing?
Do you not want me to walk with you?
Well, I never said that. But what are you doing?
I'm holding your arm.
Huh. Is this normal?
Yes.
In your mind, you hear, I understand. It is a mark of affection and friendship that they are fond of doing.
Strange. Oh well.
I agree.
They're gonna head out.
With you guys heading out, we're going to call it here, actually.
Cool.
What, you don't want to go till 3 o'clock in the morning?
Are you telling me Emmy has cream on her nose until next week?
Yes.
Listen, you did this, not me.
Here, hold on.
No, I like it this way.
Cry
Ah.
notices.
Cry notices.
But-
Cry can't do anything until next session anyways.
He will do something next session.
He goes to gently wipe away the cream, but he rolls too high on strength and he yeets Emmy off of Mars's shoulders.
I believe we just call that a slap.
No, what he will do is instead of touching the fur child,
He said with so much disdain.
he's going to say, "Little one, lick your nose for a treat."
Oh. Hello?
We'll resolve that next week.
Yeah.
Woo!
You guys next time.
Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.